Hey guys, give me a couple moments on your Monday, if you will. I want to share with you the story, the account of Nehemiah from the Old Testament in the book after his name, Nehemiah. In Nehemiah chapter 1, Nehemiah is a slave in Babylon, and he's been taken away from Jerusalem and taken away from his homeland with the captivity that the Israelites are suffering because of their disobedience to God. And some friends or some Israelites come from Jerusalem after he's been there for some time, and he asks them, how are things going back home? And he hears about the bad situation that's going on, that the people are distressed and dispirited and the walls were torn down. And it says that he weeps and that he mourns and that he cries for days about this. He has a burden. He wants to do something about this bad situation that his people are in, that his homeland is in. But the first thing that he does is he acknowledges reality. He says and he realizes that the Israelites, have put themselves in this bad situation. In our world today, taking responsibility for our actions is something that is sorely lacking. When we see about a bad situation, let's see what have I done? What is the person that is in that bad situation? What things have they done that have led to this? And that gives us a starting point of where we should go from there. From there, Nehemiah prays about it, and he thinks about it, and he dreams about it, and he hopes about what can I do, and he plans what he can do. But in between him finding out about the bad situation and acting on it, there's a 4-month time stretch there. Why does Nehemiah wait 4 months to do something about this problem that he has a burden, a cause, a desire to do something about? Well, again, he's praying, he's hoping, he's dreaming, he's planning. He's a slave in a foreign land. He's not anywhere where he has the power to do much. He realizes that apart from divine intervention, apart from God's help, he won't have any hope of rebuilding the walls and helping the people in Jerusalem. But 4 months later, when the king interacts with him and there's a conversation and the king asks, well, what can I do for you, Nehemiah? Because they've got such a great relationship because of the type of man Nehemiah is. Nehemiah knows exactly what he needs in order to help the Israelites. And because he's got a great relationship with God, because he's got a great relationship with the king, and because he knows and he's prepared when God gives him the opportunity to do something, he is able to go back to Jerusalem, rebuild the walls in a short amount of time, and begin to rebuild the people and turn their hearts back to God. For our high school graduates, for our college graduates, for really anybody and everybody, when you've got something that you want to do, start with prayer. Start with planning. Start with dreaming. So many times we want to rush in and fix the problem in this instance. And sometimes there may be a need for that. But oftentimes we need to stop and not wait on our timing, but wait on God's timing. It reminds me of Moses. When Moses grows up and he realizes that the Israelites are being persecuted by the Egyptians, what does he do? When he sees an Egyptian beating one of the Israelites, he stops him, but he goes up beyond that in his anger and his wrath perhaps, and he kills the man. He's trying to deliver the Israelites from the Egyptian bondage. But what happens? He has to flee because he's killed a man. Now, 40 years later, God appears to Moses in a burning bush. And what does he ask him to do? To deliver the Israelites from the oppression of the Egyptian. He had to wait 40 years for God's timing. So how long will you have to wait? Well, sometime between 4 months like Nehemiah did and 40 years like Moses did. But the point is, when you've got a burden, when you've got a cause, when you've got a passion, think about it, plan for it, pray about it. Don't be a part of something that you don't desperately need God's help to accomplish. Thanks for giving me a few moments on your Monday. I hope you have a great day serving the Lord.